think that the next step would be we need to ask ourselves, well, are there questions? So are there really things that are unknown? If there's not, then we can go ahead and move on with this process, right? Well, actually, it should be more specific. Are there questions for experts?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So is
And if yes, that kicks back to gather more info to check. Is that correct?
No, this would be...
Or is it we know there's questions? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we've identified the questions for the experts, and now we can go ahead and if that answer is yes, we can go ahead and try to seek those experts to answer those questions before we can move on with the project. Because we have some unknowns.
So have we clearly defined questions for experts?
Yes.
Is that...
That's identified.
No. I'm saying the box to the right. Is that
right.
Like, have we clearly defined questions for the experts?
Are there questions?
No, I think, yeah.
Are there questions out there?
No. There might be some processes where you don't have any questions. You know the entire process. So it's like, I know in the septic system, I know how to build this portion, I know how to do everything in it. There's no reason to bring an expert.
So do we have questions for experts?
I just want to reiterate, we don't need to get down to
the language. Would you mind writing?
No, I think we do. This is really important.
Are there questions?
In my opinion.
That doesn't accurately convey a message to me. I'm confused.
Right, do we have?
So do we have questions for the experts?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Okay, do we have questions for experts? Is that clear to everybody?
Based on the process of we're identifying questions.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we got two cases here. We got the yes and we got the no, right?
Right.
So let's handle those. So we got yes and we have no. Okay, so in the case of the yes, we'll take that over here. And let's handle this first before we handle the no. Because the no is just going to skip through this part.
Exactly.
Okay, so in the case where we do have questions for experts, what did we see here as the next logical thing to do? To try to seek them out through Craigslist, correct? Or
Well, no, identify. That's a good question.
Yeah. No.
Identify who can answer the questions.
Yeah.
okay.
And are we trying to add those folks to the team, or are we just looking for partners?
Right.
Or both?
Or both. Okay.
So can we? I'm sorry, Julie.
It's okay. Go ahead, Laura.
Can we maybe say that as, do we have questions for the experts? Yes. Which experts do we need? Or who are we looking for to answer?
There you
Who are
go.
we looking for?
Yeah.
Yep.
Who are we looking for?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Who are the experts?
Yeah, who and where can we find them?
Who and then how do we contact them?
Beautiful. Love it.
Where we find them, how to contact.
Who are we looking for?
And how to contact.
And how to contact.
Okay, should those go on the same same thing?
Who are we looking for? How do we find them?
Because it's
And
like
then
those
how to
are like
contact.
how do we contact them?
We contact them or find them?
Both.
Both.
Find and contact.
Connect.
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 That's a good one.
That does.
Close my eyes and meditate.
There you go. That's it.
Draw them in.
I get naked and jump in the ocean.
Who are we looking for? How do we connect with them? Any other questions we should be asking at this stage?
Let's see.
Do you already have an idea for the? Do you have like an idea of it?
It's not fleshed out. No.
Okay, because I was going to say the answer to that question would be dependent on what your idea. Since you're creating the chart, like maybe your next step would answer some of our questions.
Yeah, that's
was
what
kind
I'm
of
finding.
What I'm feeling. So
Yeah. Keep going is what we're saying.
maybe keep going, but we could go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another one should put
Really
where.
trying to focus on just a rough draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It was
just
really
a
fine
rough
with
Here
the
we go.
Monday night call, the Google Docs, and everything, having everybody on to visualize need and be faster.
Yeah.
So who are we looking for? How do we contact them? So we're going to ask ourselves these questions here. And then I would say maybe the next logical step is to
Make contact.
make contact.
Yeah, make
Yeah,
contact.
I think that sounds great.
Yeah.
So, contact. And this would probably be through connections that you have, networking, or it might be through Craigslist.
Yeah.
Or, any number of ways.
Internet
We
research,
can
yeah.
figure that piece
We
out.
can,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's clear for
clear.
everybody,
That's
right?
clear. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this should be a step on its own, right?
Sure.
Correct.
Yep.
One thing just to add on the who are we looking for, how do we connect them? I think you just put where can we find them, and then making contact is after we already found all the locations. who we're looking for, like where do we find them? So let's say Craigslist is one place that we can find them. I think that's before we make contact. So
It is.
So just put where.
Yeah, it is.
It is. We just listed it as how do we.
Oh, okay, that's okay. Okay.
And, yeah,
So how,
It's just for me visually.
where is a whole
Makes more
different thing
sense
as
for
to
me.
how. How is like, we use Craigslist, where it, well, because it's virtual, where is.
Well, I mean,
Same thing.
I mean, for me, it would just
but we're not,
it'd make
we're
more
not
sense
going
for me.
into
But
Yeah, we're not
Yeah,
going
that's
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what's the next one, Justin?
Let's see, well, we made contact with them now, so, next thing would be to present them with
Yes,
the idea.
exactly.
Right.
Present
With the
it.
illustration and the idea.
Presentation, whatever it is.
To experts.
Yeah.
Present the idea.
Present the idea, which should include its illustrate. Yeah, right.
Present the idea and, the questions, basically we're asking for their help.
Oh,
so-
yeah, that's the question.
Well, yeah, present the idea, and I would call that like and win-win, because there is a win-win for anybody who wants to work with us. And so, in presenting the idea, it's to really clearly identify what the win is for them in answering our questions, and we can go into those details
That could be
later.
like a separate step, but I see that as important.
Yeah.
I do. So,
Some of these guys will be pioneers versus some will be.
right, that's how do we connect, you know.
idea is before we even present the idea, maybe we need to find out how, maybe establish how to communicate the question, or is it, or are we assuming that
Well,
it's
Well,
going to
we've
be
already
very,
done that.
so that is very, okay, that is very defined
Be-
there.
By the time we contact them and make contact, we're ready.
Okay,
We've got
cool.
everything that the knowledge, the illustration, the questions that we,
That's already done before
Yeah,
we get there.
that's already
Perfect,
done.
I like it.
Maybe just present the idea and questions.
and questions,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
So you need
solicit help, you know, basically.
Yeah, I think for me it's just easier to put, you simply just put another word on there, so I'm, okay, I get it now.
The details of the vocabulary and everything can be worked
Yeah,
out at a much later date. You just go boom, boom, boom,
Yeah, we
full
gotta try to keep
chart,
this moving
and
in a
then
little bit.
and then maybe bust out the whole chart and then look at it and say, is there anything that anybody's really unclear about? Instead of a step by step, is everyone unclear? Step by step. So maybe could you draw out the whole chart?
See, I don't know it. So,
Okay.
so.
This is what we're fleshing out right now.
That's why we're doing
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
because he doesn't know.
Yeah, I
He
don't
needs
know.
our help.
I'm sorry, I wish I did.
Yeah, that's okay.
Can you tell us everything we gotta do?
Well, this is,
I'm trying to work with you.
okay, so present the
So
idea.
do you see this
and-
as a self-contained step
Yeah.
then? This doesn't need any more clarification?
Correct.
I see it like that.
And there's no room for it for now, so whatever. Present the idea and questions, and let's
And
see.
then,
Was my question they answer them, and then
establish relationship.
Yeah, that's all part of the.
Present idea and questions, establish
Yeah.
relationship is part of that
The-
process.
That's part of
Establish
it.
a relationship, I see, and make contact.
yeah, I think
It's
that's
kind
that's
of like
probably
give them
good.
the whole debriefing
Make
of
contact,
like, this is
establish.
what
Ooh, I-
we're
But
about.
establishing it, that making contact and
That's initial
actually,
contact.
and actually saying, okay, you're gonna come on board and help us with this is a whole different thing.
Sorry.
So it'd be like make contact is like establish rapport and then establish, like a partnership or, a relationship, like
Brian.
a business relationship, I guess.
Ryan, and then I wanna say something.
I think building on top of and reconnecting with the initial idea that Jay brought up, which was we would make contact, we would present the idea and questions, and then we would touch back and be like, okay, so the expert has led me in this direction. Now I'm going to do the supplementary research and idea building, and I'm going to refine this design, and I'm
So
going to
maybe we
refine
should-
this idea.
Yes.
So we should have a flow that goes back up here if the questions lead us in that direction.
Yes.
Or because we've already found the expert, so maybe just refine underneath, present the idea and questions.
Maybe like integrate
How
information
about
or.
this?
Yeah.
It seems to me we have to ask
Yeah.
ourselves a question at this point. Is the component clear?
Right.
If it's clear, then we can move on and we can go on to the next step with this
Okay.
whole process. But if it's unclear still, then maybe we should go back up here.
After we've talked to the expert.
You know what I mean? And we have
They
to
still
establish
have
more
what-
knowledge,
right.
illustrate the ideas some more.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. So is
Yeah.
the component now clear? Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying?
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
If
I
we
like
got
that.
the piece we needed to go to finish our project,
Yeah.
we're done.
Exactly.
Right.
If we, go a little further and we get blocked with another question,
Yeah,
now
exactly.
we go back up to the beginning.
Back to the whole process.
Like the county, like you keep going to the county and saying, hey, I have questions about this.
Yeah.
And then they give you some answers and you're still like, you don't have the full picture yet.
Right.
So you go back to the drawing board.
Yep.
Okay.
Keep adding on top of.
Just to clarify, I just want to understand. So the establishing a relationship, that would just be a part of the whole making contact, presenting question and idea, right?
Yes.
That's given.
That is-
Okay.
Yes, it's
Okay,
it's
cool.
given, yeah.
It's a given. Okay.
Yeah, and it's also given that they answered your questions. You know,
Okay,
if they didn't, you have to go back up here and look for more people. But I think it's fairly clear that.
Self-explanatory.
Yeah, I think so.
So now we go back,
Yeah.
yes.
The curriculum is clear.
If
So-
it's